Hey everyone, welcome back to another video of Cosplay with Arena. And in this video, as a series of videos on completing my judge uniform, I'm going to be showing you on how I was able to sand, finish, detail, paint and weather the two flashbangs, as well as the medical stapler for my duty belts. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. First up is I'm going to send back my 3D print of the trauma stapler. I'm looking to remove rub edges, support scarring, and print layers as much as possible. And I'll leave a link down in the description below if you wanted to print one yourself. Once everything's sent back, grab your box cutter and make sure to peel away all the excess plastic that we sanded previously. Make sure to exercise caution while using a box cutter. Next up is I'm going to have to take some filling putty to fill in any areas where I sanded back previously. Repeat the exact same steps onto the flashbangs. And if you're curious, I'll leave a link down in the description below for them as well. Once you let the filling putty dry, sand back all areas with some fine sandpaper before we move on to the priming stage. Which means I may have to find my filler primer due to the stage of my workshop at this stage. There it is. After all that entire searching, prime both pieces with the filler primer. Give the flashbangs a coat of forest green spray paint from Rust-Oleum. And for the trauma stapler, gave that a coat of flat grey spray paint from Rust-Oleum as well. Once one side dries, flip it over and paint the other side. To complete the flashbang before the weathering, add a couple of drops of some cheap and nasty super glue, hold them in there for about a good 20 seconds, and you're ready to go. On a side note, make sure not to drop any of the excess super glue on some of the paintwork we did on our flashbangs. It might mess up all the hard work we did onto it. Trust me. Now for painting the trauma stapler. I just looked up as many reference photos as I could find on the actual prop, and I think it came out alright. While painting some parts, I also added some of the scuff marks on the areas where it will most likely be rubbed off. The paints I'm using for this technique are silver and gold rubber buffs, which you could find at any craft store. The reason why I like rub and buff, because it not only has an oil added into it, but it also allows me to apply it onto certain props like urethane. Don't forget to paint the staplers on your trauma stapler with some gold rub and buff as well. And now, we get to move on to the Wolverine. On a side note, as I was editing this video, I did come to the realization that the boot polish didn't stick to the gloss plane quite well, but it did stick through the crevices quite well, which I'm very pleased with. The last step is I'm gonna have to repeat the exact same process to the trauma stapler, and then we'll be able to do a final review. Overall, pretty happy on how these came out. There's some parts I might need to touch up on. Let's in the future, like sanding down all the rough textures here and there. But overall, it's gonna be in the build, and no one will notice it. So without further ado, let's pop these on the belt. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel for future installments, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And without further ado, I'll see you in the next video.